stock that's about to skyrocket. This company does lending, personal loans, student loans. The earnings beat for Q3. Since then, the price is slightly down from earnings date. However, what we've seen with a lot of companies this earnings is the earnings reactions have been sort of up and down, down and up. IBM down, and then a big rocket up. Tesla up after some initial move down. So, and then some profit taking. So we'll look at charts. So we're not just picturing all these moves. We can actually dial them in. But all this to say, this stock is at a good spot. It's also in a really important sector for the next 5 to 10 years. Fintech, think Affirm, Upstart. And it's become one of the few banking the unbanked startups that is actually making it. So it's the unicorn that could. This is not financial advice. Let's jump into the chart.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
So this is SoFi, right? They have connection with the MasterCard, Fidelity, Visa, Goldman Sachs. You have to get your banking license, right? So a lot of these fintech startups have to partner with Goldman Sachs or the like in order to do business. Credit cards are a huge market, and you can be a SoFi member and then use Visa's debit card network. Basically, it's like a co-branded card, and you need a Visa network. You see that when people have like, cards with like their baseball team on them, or some of the smaller cards that provide credit to people who otherwise wouldn't be able to get a credit card. Like, if you're in a tough spot, you can get a card through like First National Bank, so it's a co-branded card. So that's what SoFi does with MasterCard and Visa. And then they also are into wealth platforms, similar to Robinhood, actually, expanding into becoming a custodian of basically retirement accounts. As far as the actual chart, this is what I was talking about. Yes, it went up. Yes, it went down. And that's even more clear maybe on this actual move, where it's like initial sell-off, bought right back up. So, maybe a lot of profit taking multiple days. But the market also went down the last few days. So that's why this is maybe a little misleading. And it's like, if this seems super granular to look at the last few days, I would say, well, maybe granular, but this went from 30 to 28. I mean, that's almost 5%. So, if you put a 5% position of 500K in here, which would be 25K, and you're down 5% on that, it's over $1,000 just based on your entry. So I do think it's more favorable now that it's sort of resting on this level here. If we sort of zoom out, there's not really going to be a lot of history that's meaningful until we get back to the 2021 euphoria, which is basically, that level that I'm talking about, a little under $28. So do you want to wait for it to come down? I don't know. It did bounce off that moving average off of that level, but we'll see what happens over the weekend, depending on when you're seeing this video. If the market gaps down, the reason I'm saying that instead of if the market gaps up is that we're up a lot, right? And we gapped up here last weekend, and now we're pretty much at where we were. So it wouldn't be surprising to see us open sideways or down a little bit, but of course, never bet against a market that has just gone up. As far as peers, Affirm sort of holding in there. Our earnings are coming in higher low, but have to wait for that to happen before you do anything crazy there. And then Upstart not looking super hot. We'll see if earnings saves that. But in general, this you don't want anything to do with this. Anytime the stock is below this green line, this is the 200-day moving average. It's even on Robinhood, comes default. You don't really want to mess with that, in my opinion. So this is SoFi. This is the chart. That's the level. And a little bit more about those earnings. You can see that earnings was a beat. Let's see if I mouse over it here instead of, yeah, there's the beat. I don't exactly know if any of these integrations are going to lead to any huge deals, or SoFi is going to get acquired, or anything like that. Sometimes acquisitions, leveraged buyouts can result in big moves up. It's more often in biotech, but we did see that with EA recently. Big move up. Certainly not what you want to bank on when you're buying a stock, but never hurts to see one of these companies have so many potential acquirers. I mean, they have all these partnerships with Goldman Sachs, which, by the way, you can sort of get a temperature check on the sector looking at Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, and then maybe more closely related to technology connection to interactive brokers. These all look pretty strong. I mean, they just move slowly, so they're not really buyable, but they are sort of holding up. Earnings are not super amazing for any of these banks, but at least they're not selling off, and Morgan Stanley looks fine. Similar to a Netflix. We'll see. Spotify is generally the other sort of canary in the coal mine for consumer. That's coming up. But yeah, all we really have now is SoFi and NVIDIA. I mean, I'm being a little hyperbolic now, but in terms of, what to look at, just because NVIDIA is a $4 trillion stock. So SoFi in general is going to be disconnected from NVIDIA and disconnected from the Mag 7, which all reported this week. It is going to be a little bit based on those banks, but I think most importantly, as is always the case, it's going to be based on this level. They do personal loans, they do credit cards, they do basically everything under the sun that you would expect from some type of fintech app to do. They have that under their umbrella. And I think this is pretty much all you need to know for this ticker. I'm going to keep it short and sweet for this one, and just say, here's the level, 28. That's the earnings reaction. If it can hold that level, looks strong. That's the idea. If you like these ideas, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments if you like these shorter videos, and hit that subscribe if you want more. If you want to get more help, head over to stocksmedia.com and you can join us there. You'll see some of our superstars results there. It's not financial advice, but hope it helped.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.